Hello friends. So we are into the 8th part of the chapter, the life processes for 10th standard science. Well, in the last class we have discussed about the food entering into the stomach, proper churning of the food, proper mixing of the food taking place inside the stomach, and then food particles going into the first part of the small intestine, that is the duodenum. And in the meanwhile, juice from the liver, that is bile, and simultaneously juice from the pancreas, that is the pancreatic juice, were poured, and the enzymes they gave about the proper digestion of the food. So ultimately and finally, the complex food substances that were taken inside from mouth, it is now in a complete digestion which is taking place inside the small intestine of the carbohydrates, proteins and the fats. Now after the proper digestion of the food, in the inner wall of the small intestine, there are thousands and millions of small finger-like structures, and these finger-like structures are said to be villi. The structure is somewhat like this. Now this is the inner lining of the small intestine, and this inner lining of the small intestine has millions of such finger-like structures, and these finger-like structures are said to be villi. V-I-L-L-I, villi. In the internal structure of the villi, it is found out that it possesses certain microfilaments, and these microfilaments are said to be the microvilli. So these smaller structures are said to be the microvilli. So basically they are located inside the inner wall of the small intestine. Now these villi, they have a huge role to play for the purpose of absorption. So they increases the surface area for the maximum absorption of the food. Once again I am telling, villi undergoes a lot of transformations here, and it brings about maximum absorption of the food taking place inside the small intestine. Now this villi has the blood vessels. Internally a lot of blood vessels are there. So whatever food substances are absorbed, they will be going into the bloodstream, and from the bloodstream the food particles will be going into the cells as and when it is required by the cells itself. Fine. Now the absorption of the food has taken place. So the food particles now, and especially the unabsorbed food particles, now they will be going into the larger intestine. Now inside the larger intestine, only one substance that is maximum absorbed inside the small intestine, that is water. So the maximum absorption of water will be taking place inside the small intestine, and the semi-solid fecal waste which is left, that is mainly collected into the last part of the alimentary canal, that is the rectum, and then by the sphincter muscles, and especially the anal sphincter, because they are mainly present at the anal region. So they are said to be the anal sphincter. So these anal sphincter muscles, they allow the waste materials to be eradicated outside the body. Thank you very much.